Hi everybody and welcome to Jimmy's Geek Talk. So today I am doing a movie review on Evil Dead Rise. Now let's take a little look at the film, shall we? So that is Evil Dead Rise. This was a film I was really looking forward to, as I was a little bit let down when they did the remake to the Evil Dead. Now, what I liked about this film was it wasn't trying to be anything other than what it was, which is a continued story. It works in two ways. For people that have seen the Evil Dead films, it works perfectly as a follow-on film. But for those that hasn't, it works as a standalone movie. So it's a great way of introducing a new generation to the classic films. Elise Sullivan, for me, is amazing as the mum who becomes the lead Deadite. She delivers such an amazing performance, and the way she can twist her body in the way she does it is just brilliant, and she just delivers something different to the film. What I liked about this compared to the remake as well, guys, is that, as I said, although it's done, so if you've seen the originals, it follows on. If you haven't seen the originals, it doesn't matter. But what I liked was it pays homage in a really clever way to the original films. There's little nods. There's certain lines that have been used in other films. Some of the deaths mirror from the other movies as well. Which for me was what the remake did wrong. The remake tried too hard to be like the original, and it failed miserably. Whereas this one, it's away from it, and it just works. The cinematography for this film is really clever, and it's very old school in how it's done. Very Hitchcocky, very old school Spielberg from Jaws. There's some amazing shots in the film. For example, this one.
What's up, sis?
I had the most beautiful dream. We were together sitting in a tall forest. The wind was clean and the birds were singing the sweetest
Melodies?
It was the perfect day, and all I could think about was how much I wanted to cut you all open and climb inside your body so that we could stay one happy family.
It's in me.
Don't let it take my babies.
So it just brings a whole new element of terror to the film when you're watching it. For those that haven't seen it, the story follows two sisters that have drifted apart, and then one thing leads to another, and they end up meeting up at their apartment, at one of the sisters' apartments blocks, and as they do in these films, evil runs rampant. What I liked about it as well, as I said, I mean, the cinematography is fantastic. And even though it is very violent in places, there's also a lot of scenes where you don't see anything and you just hear the noises. And to me, that's always much better, because your imagination can always do so much more than what a filmmaker can do for you, can show you. When there's scenes where you can hear people screaming and you can hear them being killed, you imagine it so much worse than what it actually is. I do think it's a very good film, and I do hope they make a sequel. They've left it so they could, but also, once again, they don't have to. I'm really hoping they do, though, because the cast is brilliant in this film. Um, and I would just love to see where they take it after this, to be honest. As I've said before, horror films sometimes try to be too clever and try to be too, oh, look at me. Whereas this one was proper old school, back to basics. Doesn't need to be clever. It's just bang, death, destructions, gallons of fake blood. It's what you wanted from an Evil Dead movie. It's also got the elements of humour in it, which the original films had with Bruce Campbell. Big shout out to Bruce Campbell, though he is kind of in the film. His voice really makes a very brief cameo. It's kind of a moment that's there and gone. But if you're a Bruce Campbell fan, then you pick him up. You hear his voice quite well. Him and Sam Raimi were both producers for the movie and had a lot of input in it. And I think that shows. I think you can tell that they've listened to Sam Raimi. And the lead actresses have listened to Bruce Campbell and they've brought out their inner Bruce. It's just a really, really good old school horror film. Give it a watch, guys. As I said, for me, it's an 8 out of 10. It's absolutely fantastic. The only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 for me is because nothing will beat the original Evil Dead trilogy. All three of them films are 10 out of 10s. But definitely give it a watch, though, guys. It's absolutely fantastic. Let me know what you think. As I said, like, share, subscribe, all that other stuff. Big shout out to everybody that has already liked, subscribed, and turned on notifications to my channel. Really means a lot, guys. Keep the love coming. There'll be more reviews coming soon. Cheers. Bye.